Hello everyone, Resonance here with another Age of Empires 2 tournament commentary. This is one of my favorite matches from last weekend's ECL stream that I hosted. To mix it up a bit, my co-casting with MembTV here is a bit different than my normal style, but I think it turned out to be absolutely fantastic. And if you're looking for my usual stuff, rest assured that plenty more is on the way very soon. Thank you as always for the support, and without further ado, please enjoy the video.
Not only Resonance and me, Memb. It's Vietnam with ACCM, say my name, Ironclad, Italians, Malays, Slavs and Mayans, whoa, and Shelfand with Franks, Mongols, CL, Vikings team, and Malay Vivi. Vikings in this map. Well, Vikings are now way better in land because of the bonus they have, but I don't know. Not better civilization. Imagine if they can go for a late game. I still think that the Vikings not that solid in late game. What do you think, Mr. Rest?
Oh, I have a lot to say about the Vikings. If I post a match, man, it's gonna be this one. As man, when I was playing ranked games on Voobly, I was infamous for being that guy who always ran with the Vikings on land maps a disproportionately high amount of the time. That's where the res rigged comes from, man. The Vikings in the late game are a lot stronger now than they used to be. They had the post-imperial age of a wet noodle before, but now with chieftains giving +4 bonus attack damage to all their infantry units versus cavalry, the Vikings have always struggled traditionally versus mass heavy cavalry army comps. Now they have an answer beyond just their berserks, which are a better unit than I think most people think, but it also applies to their champions and pikes, and the problem with their pikes is that they don't have the attack bonus of Halberdier. This evens it out a bit. They're still not that post-imp powerhouse that you'd hope for in really most or any civilization, but it's a little closer. We see a skirmish going on, and I just wonder, how much of this was the 15% cheaper docks? Because this is cross, and water is important for the fish.
Yeah, it is really crucial. Well, let's check because this is theory. Then we can see some crazy play or some Titanic and all can change. Now a scout's going down. Ooh, almost taking down 2 scouts. And there you go. Well, 1 player down, and Bhakti has lost the scout in minute 3. What that means, that if we focus now on Bhakti, pocket, Slavs, fog of war, well, I don't know if he has find his own boars. I'm checking his point of view, fog of war. 1 boar in the north, but he's still missing the deers, and he's missing the other boar. I don't know, yeah. He's missing the other boar on the left. So, you don't want to sacrifice the scout that early. Anyway, say that. Blue. Italians. ACCM is facing the Vikings. Italian versus Vikings, but we might see battle on land. Because here on water, except if you sneak, nothing will happen. On the right side, then green, we have Mayans VNS Cool facing Vivi with Malay, a crazy civilization. And pocket, we have Malay, say my name, and Teal, Bhakti with his last, versus Franks, Shelfan. Franks as a pocket is great, now Franks is great, and Mongols, happy. Oof, I like Mongols and Franks as a pocket. What do you think?
I do too. So the Mongols in the pocket have many benefits. So one, they can really pressure you in the castlage if they want to, thanks to that faster hunting, allowing them to advance through the ages. And the Franks as well. Man, those knights are powerful. They can even pressure you with scouts if they so desire. But what I really like about those 2 civs in the pocket, man, is that Imperial Age is disgusting. With those paladins, especially with the chivalry tech, making their stables work 40% faster, so that also affects the paladin research time, which is pretty essential. And the elite Mangadai, that's pretty threatening. I feel like that late game, it really helps make up for the fact that the Vikings are not the strongest post-Imperial Age civilization. And I wonder what you think about these civ matchups as a whole.
I really don't know, because if you check the pocket for Vietnam, Slav Siege, and then the power of Malay as a pocket, imagine going, yeah, they have only +1, but I want to see crazy amount of elephant. I still think that even with only +1, the elephants can be used great if you spam them, and with for example Blue Marches support from BNS Cool. It can be a deadly combo, really.
I agree.
A deadly combo there. Yeah, and cheap. What I mean is that it's cheap. Of course, the Magondais and so on is really great, but they need more time. So the timing, the momentum, is gonna be really, really important. And talking about that, CL 8 minute 57. Of course, as a Mongols, going up extremely quick. But I want to point out something. Vivi, Purple, and Green Cool are sharing the lake. And Green didn't notice. Let me check. He didn't notice, man. He doesn't know that there is 2 dogs, man. I am on his point of view full of work. He probably gonna find out now with the eagle.
Or
He still didn't see it, man. He still didn't see it yet. It's gonna be late when he see it.
so
Maybe not.
when I talk to the pros and look at the fishing ships just fleeing away, they're like, hopefully you didn't see anything. Whew. When I talk to the pros and I ask them what are some of the most important things that I should talk about more, and they always talk about scouting. That other dock hasn't been seen, even though Cool has actually patrolled around the area. Now he's being distracted by this scout. This is utterly hilarious. I love this dock here. All it takes is a single fire galley to ruin anyone's fishing operation. That business, completely decimated. And I agree, I think the Malay Pocket plus the Slav Siege can be quite threatening. And they're, most importantly, a lot faster. The Mongols get forever to get going through all their techs. But the Malay, they advance 80% faster. And even their quantity over quality civ, maybe they can overwhelm before the serious laking comes to play.
But this is crazy now. Because he's up already, and if he's taking the efficiency for Green and Gray, he's killing 2 players. Economy. He's taking 2 players economy out there, and he's up feudal age faster. Of course, he's at the limit with the economy. He will have 1, 2, 3, 4 dogs. Gonna be complicated. Still, he has a little advantage, but now he's facing 4 dogs. Yeah, but he's doing 2 players going into water, you know? Oh, and Orange going now to the other side. Orange going aggressive. Look at Mr. Tim. Haha, with the Vikings, he don't want to go for a late game. He's pushing, going inside with 5 villages. Now, breaking down that palisade, and ACCM again in problems. He's now feudal age. So when he is going to be in feudal age, he's gonna get people already inside with military. Look how many villages he's sending. Panic mode activated. Res,
That was panic mode.
Man. Oh man, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Emergency house is what he's doing. He needs to get that house down ASAP to stop that archery range. Now that is quite awful. And you know what else is really devastating? Is Vivi, aka our purple player, forgot the golden rule of pro expert fire galley play. Attack move to win the game. He actually just moved his units. And as a result, he took a lot of free damage on some of his fire galleys, and he's gonna get 2v1'd on that lake. Will he get to do any damage to these fishing ships? I don't really know. It's going to be really difficult for him. And meanwhile, Tim's in deep, and I like this tower positioning just out of range of the town center mem, and able to pressure that gold mine, that poor villager.
Yeah, he's definitely doing the damage, but now Bibi, look at that fight in that lake. He's trying to kill as much as possible fish because he knows that against 2 players, oh my god. But look how much they are investing to kill Bibi in that lake. You see?
That's a lot.
Demolition, 4 dogs, so many fish. I think it's worth it that he's there. I really think it's worth it he's there. Yeah. Definitely. He's losing the efficiency or so, but with Malay, he can compensate that thanks to that civilization.
Oh, that was
and now red, even on blue, man. Look at the action. Yeah, man. Blue is getting a really bad time there. Oh my god.
I just saw an amazing demo raft shot by Vivi there. Wow. On the water, I would agree with you. This is an excellent trade on his part because, yes, he is losing a ton of resources and fishing ships in the process, but he got some food in the early game, which is what matters, and he wasted a ton of resources for green and gray. And he might, so the watchtower for Tim, that might go down to the villager, it might, but at the end of the day, the Vikings get that free wheelbarrow, and I think that they're able to bully the Italians, and the Italians are the type of civilization you really don't want to get rolling with, so it's really cool to see how Tim is actually playing this matchup.
Well, the game is a complete mess. There is action all over the map. I also see one villager from Blue ACCM outside of his own walls getting wrecked by 4 scouts from Yellow. In his base, also, he was trying to make a counter tower that he can't do it. But Euro, Bhakti, Teal player will help him properly. He's the only one in Castle Age. Really quick with double stable. But those knights, yeah, and those knights bloodlines and skill bard in armor. Should we know that to save him? Because right now he's quite troubles. But really, I think Euro should dominate now. What do you think? I mean, those knights should do all the damage now.
I agree. I do think those knights will be the decisive factor here. And I'm really not sure how they're going to deal with it. Oh, poor ACCM has to research wheelbarrow. The wonders of the Vikings. It
Look
looks...
at the Wonder Race with the towers, man. Wonder Race with the towers on.
Is he going to go for this? Are we going to see some Doubt Tower action? I think he'll get it up.
He's losing some values.
It's a lot of idle time. At the end of the day, it's a lot of idle time. He has the hill advantage, and he is going to force those villagers away. And I think really all Tim's trying to do is delay ACCM. And that's going to be great, except here's what's not great. Knights. The knights are incoming, and they're going to mop up this forward, mop up all these villagers, and now we have to pray that Tim has the resources stockpiled to be able to transition to the Castle Age where he doesn't die.
Well, he has some good economy because he still have at home 12 fishing ships. But something really important. Look at the amount of fishing ships from Yellow Player. CL Happy 27 fishing ships. 27 fishing ships? For real? I mean, that's pretty insane. Cool now. I'm gonna check the Mayans. It's really important the Mayans, because if he's getting some resources playing, look his resources as well. It's not the first time that we see the Mayans going super quick Imperial, but he doesn't have a stone yet, so they are going to standard for now. And let's see, because they did the damage on the ACCM, but those knights saving the day, and they are recovering. And what is Purple now doing? You can see, I like it. PB now went back to make also a dock, more fishing ships. And, well, he needs now to recover his Castle Age. Everyone going to Castle Age now. A lot of action all over. But seems that the game is stabilized, Res, and everyone is walling. So we got to see a long game. Seems so.
Gotta do some Res thinking right now. It looks like Tim managed to miraculously hold the line thanks to everyone's pray. And now, I think he deserves a Res cheer. I have to say, the fishing ship discrepancy between both sides is pretty fascinating. So if we take a look at this, 27 for CL, he's not playing around. He's looking to start a fishing business. This might be his retirement from Aoe2, going straight to the fishery. And meanwhile, well, it looks like Teal also has 20 fishing ships. For those of you who are wondering why Red had so few fishing ships early on, I think it's because he was Franks. And with the free horse collar, he really wanted to prioritize getting out as many farms as early as he could early on to try and profit off that bonus. One of the problems with the Franks historically was that the free horse collar, while a great bonus, doesn't come online early enough. You don't get value out of it until your first farms die if you start putting them down in the Dark Ages. So that's an interesting thing. But we see both the sides have kind of evened out a little bit. Everyone's settling down, and I think we're going to see a great game here as both sides boom up.
Well, I'm scared about Euro economy, because Slavs with that bonus from the farmers, and also 20 fishing ships not getting attacked at home. He has already 54 villages, and those fishing ships can spam knights forever and even reach Imperial Age really quick. I don't know. We were thinking that Orange was doing a lot of damage, and look at his radio kill. He killed 3 units, he has lost 17. But about going up to Imperial, man, happy, it's on the way to Imperial. Happy guys is CL. I'm used to call him Happy because it was the name that he was using the most, but don't want to confuse you guys. Yellow player Frantic CL has another nickname that is called Happy, but let's call him CL. And he's on the way to Imperial. Cool! You see why I was telling about the Mayans? He's on the way to Imperial as well. Whoa! And all this is thanks to those fishing ships, man. Right, Res?
Yeah! It's all thanks to that massive fishing ship economy. And for the record, everybody, it's everyone in Age of Empires 2 for some reason changes their nickname every 5 minutes. And if you don't, then you'll never be as good as these 2K plus rated players. So make sure to consistently change your username. That way, after watching some of our casts and tutorials, you get to this rating, you get to confuse us. That should be your goal. I think this Fast Imperial Age, 23 minutes to 24 minutes, holy crap, that's going to be really scary. 25 minutes at the back, too. These players are not playing around, and that's the power of fishing. And friendship, of course. But mostly fishing in this case. Those elite plumed archers and or elite eagle warriors are going to be crazy powerful. Oh my gosh. They're getting close, man.
Well, but I'm even more concerned about Euro. Bacti also going to Imperial. They are going so quick, super fast. But he has a really great economy, and he will have even better economy. They're getting the advantage, man. Yeah, definitely now getting the advantage. But I don't know, because these players are crazy, and we gotta see now what Yellow can be able to do. Ouch! No. He was sending villas more forward. Now he's doing the castle in front of BB base, sorry, and he will have the second castle. So it's gonna be Elite Blue Marches or Blue Marches against Magudais. Well, it depends the numbers, but of course, Magudais should be ahead. The problem is in the other side. How Vikings team will be able to hold against the push from Euro for Bacti, because Xiao Fan is far from TL, and if he's going Knights Cavaliers and now Euro switches to halves, but he should go halves probably. Big problems, man. Big problems. Well, we will see, guys, but it seems this game is looking really good now for Vietnam, and then we will go for another decider. Haha.
Oh, I hope so, man.
We never know.
I hope so, man. Just force Jace they do. Yeah.
In the north, sorry, Res. In the north, there is Petars, the beautiful Petars. He wants to go there inside and raid. Let's see if he's gonna be able, and if team gonna notice, because if they open and send some archers and open the way to TL, to Euro, that is doing a great game. Ay. But he's trying to go to the pocket. Do you think it's the right idea? And sorry that I interrupt you, Res.
Oh, no problem.
He's going to the pocket, or he should go to Orange and finish him.
Should he go to the pocket or go to Orange and finish him? Well, it looks like they're not sure either, because ACCM is just hiding his petards, facing a tree, putting them on timeout duty. They seem to be a little bit indecisive. I actually think that going into the pocket would be really interesting here, because, I mean, they've got this do-it-yourself ward, according to chat, according to Force J. I like it from the Malay, and I think that killing off these two stables will slow down Zhao Fan. You don't want him to get out those paladins. It could be really devastating. When I think about players you want to take out of the game, I mean, the Vikings do get that really good early Imperial Age, right? With the Arbalest plus the Siege Rams, that's really powerful. But I always fear the Franks in the late game. I fear the Mongols. I feel like cutting off the team could be really important. But we'll see, because on the bottom side of the map, hills really matter. Man. The hills are here.
Yeah. 3 players, man. 3 players with 2 castles there, with Trebuchet at Magudais, and we see Blue Marches, and also gonna be Elite Battle Elephant for Malay, so we're going to get it. But Euro, Bacti is coming here, and 1 castle is going down. Probably another castle will go down, and this is really bad for Yellow player. Yeah, CL will lose absolutely all his castle. Well, he still have 2. Now Vivi has to wall with the Malay. He's gonna be in Imperial. And what is he going to do now? Halbardiers or something? I don't know. Elite Maguda is on the way. And on the left, Blue went inside, but he didn't do any damage. He walled back again, and Yellow is still doing more castles at the back. He has still really strong population, but Euro Bacti is just going Cavaliers. Now transition to Halbardiers. He's doing barracks in the middle of the map, close to Blue, and will keep trying to push on Red. But Red, Xiao Fan is almost in Imperial right now. ACCM2, so we're gonna have again another Imperial battle, but definitely the advantage seems to be a little bit more clear now for Vietnam.
I gotta agree with you, Mem, here. I think that this is going to be an epic Imperial Age game, and here it comes! Oh, this is so nostalgic, seeing Tim playing as the civilization that for some reason were like half of my ranked games. The Vikings! They've hit the Imperial Age. He's got the Arbalest. He can make some siege rams if he wants to. He can leave those other units behind, and he's going to push in this base, and ACCM is honestly a little bit behind. He has to pick up the pace, but he's really behind in villagers by about 30 at this point. He only has regular skirmishers. The Vikings have that nice, solid early end. It's exactly what we were talking about earlier, Mem, where the Malay battle elephants, are they weak? Absolutely. But can you get them out quickly? Absolutely. They don't cost much with that 30% discount. And at this point in the game, the lack of Pierce Armor doesn't matter if you just kill your opponent before they can make enough Mangudai. Look how long it's taking for these Elite Mangudai to come out.
Exactly, man, exactly. He need a lot. It's true that the population for BB is dropping. He's dropping dramatically. He's not going to try to kill those plume archers. No, the trebuchets. You need to kill the trebs and go back. Whoa, if you don't kill those trebuchets, you are going to lose another castle. And if you lose your castle, what you can do with the Mongols? BB need to go boom a little bit more at the back. He's not doing. And like you were telling in the other side, really, if team played properly, ACCM got nothing. Not too many. I mean, he has 20 villages behind, not a lot of army. He need to kill those trebuchet, and the key was there, the siege rams. But the problem is that Heal is as well there with cavaliers. Where is Red? We need to see Red. Red is still also with good population, but is still behind. He's gonna be able those Franks, Paladins make the job? I don't think so, man, because now Euro is gonna cut. He's gonna cut the trees with Onyx and Halbardiers +4. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 his advantage in all over the map. And look at now on orange, Mr. Rez. The raiding is happening with those Cavaliers. And Vikings team is going to the damn hell.
No!
Euro back to... Oh, shoot a shot. Yes, he's going to the hell. 200 population for Euro, man. 200 population for Bacti with 73 army, man.
Tim!
73 army. Do you know what that means?
I do know what that means! Tim, the Vikings! Oh, it's like a shot through my own soul! No! The Vikings early Imperial Age, I promise you guys it's strong, but I just got some PTSD flashbacks of, oh god, when the heavy cavalry come in, you better have that pikeman upgrade already researched, or you're donezo, out of the game. Alt F4, it's over. He did not have that, he did not have chieftains, and as a result, he's been cavaliered. And god, he was looking so strong too, because the Italians, of course, want their elite Genoese crossmen, and your Viking Arbalest, strong Nordic Arbalest will destroy them, eviscerate them.
But you know what that means or not? You didn't answer. You know what that means or not?
He's down!
He's absolutely down, man. He's absolutely down. The win is real. Look at him with now almost no army, nothing, no army, man. But at that point, he was 70 army, but he lost everything. 35 army, not that much army anymore, but still, the other team, where's his army to? They don't have army either. Red now need to save, ouch, those Paladins, Frank Paladins can save the day? Ay, 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 maybe it's going to happen, I don't know. On the right side, look at the comeback from the hell. BB with a lot of elite battle elephants and now a lot of elite Magudais. What do you think, Rez? Guys, Magudais and elephants or Plumages and elephants? Well, definitely, the numbers matters, but Magudai's an elephant, no?
Mem, I'm gonna go for the bold play here, and I'm gonna say the real winner, once again, is the Hill. Hills are OP, they're so strong, and the fact is that Cool is on the world's tiniest elevation advantage. It means these Mangudai, for some reason, they can't handle it. I would say that the Mangudai plus Battle Elephants has been pretty good, but the Elite Plumed Archers just have a more cost-efficient matchup, definitely. You can get them out a lot quicker. They're good versus ranged use in general. But I think what we really saw going on there is that we finally got enough Elite Mangudai that the low, crappy Pierce armor of these discount plastic elephants is really starting to show, as the Plumed Archers and the Mangudai are able to just completely destroy them. I mean, speaking of completely destroyed, oh, poor Tim's base. God, he'll never get that Chieftain's upgrade or Pikeman. Rip. Oh no. But Xiaofan's in here with Paladins.
But somehow he's recovering now. Look at Xiaofan, he's sending good amount of Paladins, but the problem is we can see now ACCM with Elite Genoese Crossbowman, huge bonus against those cavalry. So maybe they can come back on the left, I'm not sure. On the right side, they are still trying with a lot of Magudais, but Green is sending more and more. BNS Cool, a lot of Plume Archers. Look at the amount of Plume Archers he's sending, but now with some few elephants, maybe he can push it back, because great elephants are a little bit more behind now. Oh yes, the population is still behind, really behind for, yes, and they are calling the GG. Wow. Well, it's crazy. In the first game, solid domination, but in this one, you have seen how Eurobacti, the ex-Tyrant, because remember, he was a Tyrant as well, really dominated, man. Dominated on the left, destroyed, and also came to the right side. Come on, Rez, you have to relax. You scared me a few minutes ago.
Oh no, it's the PTSD, man. Because I come from this exact same background as you. I've been playing this game online since, God, jeez, like the end of the Zone era, and I've played so much high-ranked Black Forest that, seeing Tim right there, getting killed by that Cavalier, quick power spike, just, ooh, Oh, it hurts so much. You need that pikeman support. What a great game, by the way, on both sides. And the army top at the bottom. Yeah. You saying?
Another decider, Res. What is this? All the third games? Ay, ay, ay. Well, we have seen, guys, I see how Zach is checking absolutely everything because I have also in my second monitor the stream. So yes, definitely, really a strong job and complicated to follow. Remember the 4 versus 4 because sometimes we explain a lot. Yeah, we explain to him what he's selecting, but sometimes with the passion and with the game, we don't say, hey, and he has to guess sometimes. So guys, you have to understand that it's complicated. Say that. We can now check also the achievements one more time, and it's gonna be really superior now for who? For Vietnam. Military, look at Bhakti. He lost the most units, yes, but he killed the most by far.
Oh, yeah.
Really by far, 161 with 75 army, but combined with Cool. Remember, the Plume marches 64 largest army, way more army than Frantic this time. Just check it out.
It's
largest
like you
army,
said, speed. It was the speed of... Oh my god, it was the speed. Like, the plumed archers are more cost efficient in this case. They're much better for that actual battle. So even though the Mangudai shred right through those elephants, cut through them like a knife through butter, the plumed archers match up fairly well with the elite Mangudai. You're able to get them out faster. Man, 75 largest army versus 30. ECL never really got his foot off the ground, and Backed Mantil is just... That was such a powerful game. Right? Powerful game.
Right, Res?
Who did?
He got more army.
Yeah, 75.
I mean, with Plume archers, he also got more army, so he couldn't never go really with the Mangudais. He did that really fast. I'm checking now the achievements technology. CL was 26 in Imperial a minute, but he never massed an oath army, maximum 30, so it wasn't an oath to push them back. Guys, Zach, everyone, this is the equalizer. 1-1, we're going for the decider.
Stay tuned, everybody. Elite Mangudai a little slow, but man, that was a close and intense game and a wonderful co-cast. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We're moving on to the final game, and it's gonna be epic.
We are absolutely live here with the best of 3, and now with Vietnam and Frantic. Look at this map generation, it's absolutely beautiful. I love this map. Spanish Magyar, Teutons, and Chinese. And then BB Berbers, Hans. Hans are always Hans, man. Spanish, really important to have both teams, Spanish and, Byzantines. Ooh. Whoa, Byzantines. What do you think, Mr. Rez, that keep going with me with all these beautiful series about this civilization?
Again, always a pleasure, Mem, to join you here. This... If you haven't seen the previous game, you have to watch it. It is incredible. Team Acropolis, both players, city on a hill. However, they must depart from that hill to grab the wood on the bottom. As the thing is with this map is it forces you to expand outward. Wood is such a valuable commodity here. And that does make for a reasonably aggressive map, but sometimes we do see the map partitioned completely in half. So, this game could go late. And I do like the idea of the Byzantines here. It's really interesting. Against the Teutons, no less. Ooh. So the Byzantines get to go to the Imperial Age really quickly. And I think you can leverage that quite nicely and perhaps break that stall entirely with that cheap imp. Maybe get some bombard cannons. We'll have to see what his plan is. But I actually do like the Byzantines pick. What do you think of the civs?
Well, for the civilization, I have two quick thoughts. At Teutons, for example, for the early game, maybe they are not that great if they're going to go massive knights because no husbandry. That can be important. But for the late game, only siege owners belong to Teuton if the game go for a late game. And that can be massive in the later game. Siege owners are always siege owners, only one civilization with siege. Then, other than that, well, I really think that is the advantage here for the late game. You know, but we have Berbers. Those camel archers also can really dominate. Well, other point, cool with China, with the body from Chinese. I really like that civilization. China can be really strong, and it gives a good bonus to the team.
Yes.
Byzantine, except that you go maybe quick up. If the game go for a longer game, I don't think it's a powerful civilization with this matchup.
I agree.
If you check civilizations, so can be a bad time for Frantic if the game go long. The good thing is Berbers. Berbers, except the siege owners, they really can counter most of the units in the other one. But no, those camel archers are incredible tanks and crazy, but it happens a little bit like Mongols, that they are a little bit slow, to create all the upgrades they require time, right?
Yes. So I always like to break down team games in a couple things. So one, how many fronts are there? Usually there's a primary front. I like to also break them down by the civ matchups are incredibly important, as well as the overall comp of your entire team. All of those choices really matter. And then the third point is military positioning tends to be the decisive factor. As far as team comps go, they both have really interesting ones. I like VNA's comp because they've got the Chinese extra food on their farms bonus. They've got the Spanish trade bonus, I think is very, very essential. But both teams clearly have a Spanish player for a good reason. Interestingly, though, I think the Huns and the Berbers, absolutely fantastic power combo there. Thanks to the 20% faster stable from the Huns. And then, when the Berbers get to the Castle Age, if they want to make some knights or camels, they have to do it with a 15% discount, 20% faster. Sign me up! And not only that, the Berbers get expeditions, I think? I don't remember what we actually named that tech in the end. Okay, we named it Casbah. That's what it's called. Casbah makes all your castles work 25% faster for the whole team, and that means they can start massing some unique units as applies to Camel Archers and Conquistadors. I like that. And maybe if the game goes super late, we'll see Cataphracts, but it's really going to depend on what we see from the enemy team. Either way, I'm excited, Mem.
Well, in the meanwhile, we have seen. I was checking Teal, and Teal, lost a village. You can see a dead body close to the town center. The mill he did was really dangerous because look that mill he did in the berries. He did where the deers, where that deer is now. So he has to walk all over around the trees to get the berries. He's blocking himself with that mill. I don't like so much in case that he's getting raided. And now we can focus on the matchups. Why we are not talking, guys, here about the pockets or flanks? Because in this map it doesn't really matter who is pocket or flank. Really, seems that they are super together. They are also going with some little palisades and walling absolutely everything. Sometimes who is going fast castle is the flank. Sometimes who is going to aggressive is the pocket. Right now we see Xiao Fan extremely fast with the hands, so he's gonna go definitely a scout. He's doing the barrack. A little bit late. He's doing the barrack now, and he's gonna make the stable, I believe. Yeah, but a bit slow in my opinion. If you go that fast, you want to have the stable as fast as possible. Exactly like Say My Name is doing with those two villages, and now Magyars with Forge, man, those scouts. But everyone, we're gonna see team walls. Look at the walls they are doing in the main base.
Yes. What's interesting about this, though, is that they are inevitably going to have to go to the low ground, and that's why I always try and pay attention to the map generation here and see who has the most forest behind them as well as other resources. So, notably, I would say that Frantic has a slightly better back area that they can actually wall off a bit. You can't wall on the Black Hill terrain, though, but they still have the advantage in that regard. And they have just more space to build in general here. So it'll be interesting to see how this game plays out. It looks like, though, if we take a look at the Spanish player, who was I looking at? It was already Money Stone, it's CL. So he's definitely going for Conquistadors. And with the Berbers, that's a powerful combo.
Yeah, the same. Doing the same, right? Yeah. Well, but according to that, we can see that ACCM, Blue, Teal, and Gray all are already with the wood at the back, in the outside, you see? So they are taking better spot. Dangerous as well, it can be raided. But we gotta see, he's gonna lose a villager there. I'm checking that villager on Gray. Say My Name. No, he's not losing, he's going now back. And don't think so, the scouts will do so much damage now, because both teams has scouts already. So this will be fine. The most important gonna be in Castle Age. The combo they choose now, and really, they go Kongs and Camel Archers, not only because they are going to be protected, that is important, they can really do a lot of damage with those.
Yes, they can.
A lot of damage.
Indeed, Mem, and that's due to their really high attack stat. That's something that I think people don't factor in that often with the Camel Archer, but that thing has, I think, like 7 base attack in the Castle Age. It is strong. And as a result, it is able to tear right through the Pierce Armor of those Knights, which normally dominate the Castle Age. So I love that army comp. There's no Mongols for them to really exploit here, as we do sometimes see. And a bunch of scouts coming out. Like you said, major threats indeed. And really, I think scouting is super important on Team Acropolis because you have to know where your opponent's vulnerable wood lines are. And look at this scout harassing both sides, man. Gosh.
Oh man, look at Purple, but Purple is losing now. Ouch! He lost 1 villager. At the end, he didn't lose so much, Vivi, and he put the village on red tone center. Look how close they are, that instead of his own tone center, he did it on red TC. But still, why they didn't wall everything? I mean, they left a hole? No, well, he was walling, wasn't in time, and those scouts that are... No, he's taking more villages. Now another village down. Ouch, Vietnam is taking some little advantage.
They are.
Definitely, they did some damage there. The scouts in the other side, they didn't do anything, or not too much. You can check that Xiao Fan has lost already 3 units. That means 3 villages.
It's not
in 15 minutes. Well,
it's not a lot of
something,
damage. But it's some damage, and they're getting a lot of idle time on the opposing villagers for Frantic, forcing them to fight or walk all the way to those scouts. Every second those villagers spend fighting is a second that they don't spend chopping wood and making you money. And, wow, another villager goes down for poor old Tim. Are we seeing VNA set themselves up for a pretty strong Castle Age lead? We'll have to see. Leorbella Technologies coming out. CL in the Castle Age. Ooh, almost everyone in the Castle Age. What are they going to do from here? Cool is plopping down a secondary town center, a 3rd town center as well. We might see more of a boom from him on a single stable. But can they survive that aggression? Because here comes the castle from Purple.
well, he has a castle, but now ACCM did a castle too. So the combination is going to be the decisions, and really the timing they choose to go is going to be crucial. Right now we still see some scouts going away from red. There is Knight already from Cool. I really like China, and he has 3 tone centers right away. He can make a really strong boom. Really strong boom. But Bhakti, what is this? 52 population? How much army he has? I know his point of view, and he has 17 army. He has 14 range units, and he's now going close to the opponent. But you can see he's facing Kongs, so that army most likely destiny is die. Those Kongs will take it one by one, like you can see. Surprised me that he did archers with Teutons. I expect to go scouts, but he will have now really great economy. Remember the bonus from Teutons? 40 wood each farm, so they are cheaper, 33%. He's gathering his resources. It's nice. But really, with 2 castles, you can see he's well protected CL. The castle he did on his wood, man. On his wood. To protect the wood. I don't know. It wouldn't be better a TC there and the castle on his main base on top of that hill?
I don't know if Zach was following that, but ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think it's appropriate we take a moment of silence for that one spearman of Teals that did not get to touch any conquistadors that day. Truly sad. And yes, Cool is going to have one hell of a boom with that 3 sound center start into Wheelbarrow right now. That is going to be epic. And then he also has the secondary stable coming down. I really like that ACCM has that castle as well, pretty nearby Teal's base, just in case he needs to protect him, which he probably will. So spoiler alert, guns tend to beat most things in war. Don't be the guy that brings a bow and arrow to a gunfight, because the Conquistador is probably going to beat you 9 out of 10 times. And now, the unique unit spam is slowly inching away across the map, and it's just like Mem said, when they engage is going to be crucial.
They definitely have a better boom, a smooth boom incoming, and just now paying attention on the right side, where you can see those camel archers only with fletching, no botkin. He's trying to find some spot. Imagine if he was going to the south, where Cool is sending villages to probably make another TC. The lag factor is needed, but he's going right there. He's gonna find it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he can see it or not. I am on purple point of view, baby. He can see the villagers, and he got it. The villagers, man. He's gonna take right now 1 villager down, 2 villagers down. Ay, ay, ay. This is really, really important, man. He was doing a really smooth boom, and he's taking now so many villagers. That's absolutely why you want those range units. Now he's going back because the knights were there close, but he took some villagers. But look how smooth is his boom, that even with those 53 villagers, he's still ahead, man, to everyone else in Frantic, really. Well, China, man, China with a good boom, a smooth boom, and he will dominate. We will see.
Yeah, I mean, the cheaper techs, the better farms, is a recipe for success, and especially if you let them get to the Imperial Age, where they really get to leverage that cheaper tech bonus. Oh my goodness, the Elite Shuko News are very powerful, and they also just have a fairly broad tech tree in general. The Chinese are really adaptable civ. I expect to see Mass Knights from them, the Cavalier upgrade researched for that power spike. Maybe they can get a killing blow there, and if not, the Chinese can transition into whatever they really want. It's great of Cool to keep his cool and actually still able to get down his town center in the bottom right. That is going to be a crucial point of contention where they're going to have to protect it due to the extra gold and stone. There's so many of them over there, and they're going to have to make sure that the raid doesn't come and disrupt it as the camel archers are moving out.
Well, now will happen a lot of raiding there, because team is coming with 26 archers. 26 archers combined with the camel archers and maybe some conks. Then let's see how they are going to be able to stop that. Whoa, Bhakti has a lot of archers, but he has on his base, not really close. He's trying to go to gray base and do the damage. It's nice from Cool trying to defend. The camel archers are now with Bodkin arrow and 1 armor. He's now going to drop some villagers. Look at this. On Say My Name, how many villagers he's gonna take? He's not gonna notice. He noticed, but he's taking 3 villagers already. The game is extremely close, but they're still raiding now more and more, and this is very good. Very, very good for Frantic, because little by little, even if they were behind with the boom, they're catching up. You can see the villagers now getting closer, but they're still ahead for Vietnam.
Ooh, this is
but more army now. Yeah, more army for Frantic. In this map so open, I think doing that amount of army, I think is a good choice.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting one, and I think it will pay off in the end for them. Now, I do think that VNA is responding to this correctly, immediately going for the husbandry upgrade as well as forging for those knights, just so he's able to chase them down. And then ACCM is ready to ambush with these conquistadors, and here comes the crossbowmen as well. Oh man, they got him boxed in. Hopefully they have something prepared for this. Those camel archers are so fast, they'll probably be able to escape just by walking on the black terrain, but they managed to pick off quite a few of them. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, the crossbowmen from Tim are in, as well as some of Zhao Fan's knights. That's going to be a lot of idle farmers.
Exactly, this is the good thing, that they are using 3 units at the same time. One, he's going out from the action, and then at the same time, you can see Orange and Knights just raiding completely green. And going now, but down. Xiao Fan is now the one with the most villages. Thanks to that, because at home, Frantic are not getting any damage. When was the last time you remember that they were attacking there? No, man, not any second. But now there's a mango, also some knights, they are going to trap those crossbows. No, they are going to lose it now. Gonna lose the mango and repair the mango. He's repairing those crossbows, are going to go. We're going to go. Bye-bye, man.
There they go. There they go.
There you go. Team is on the way to Imperial. You are absolutely right. Professional and super pro caster. He said in the start, Byzantines, super quick up to Imperial right away. Team, 32 minutes. Resonance. What to do now with Byzantines? Go, go, go.
I would love to see some gunpowder, man. I'd like to see a chemistry upgrade. Oh, yes, I would. But we'll see what he ends up doing. He has some options, but I always love the chemistry, bombard cannons type thing. I think that's always quite powerful. So we'll see if he ends up doing that, going for that type of push. Fastest Imperial Age, not too unexpected. And I have to say, I love how Frantic managed to pull away so much of VNA's army and do a lot of economic damage in return. Ooh, Zhao Fan plopping down a castle of his own. I am very curious to see what our Byzantines player Tim is up to, but if I had to guess, I mean, we saw him get ballistics if I'm correct. That signals to me some archer range type units.
Arbalest, man.
Yeah.
No?
It might be ARP plus siege
both?
rams. It could be.
Yeah. No, but I mean, his weak economy, I don't know if he's gonna have resources for everything, but honestly, if he's just going Arbalest and Xiao Fan, remember, the pocket is up to Imperial with 104 villagers.
Ooh.
He can go Paladins, support by Arbalest, stop the Paladins then.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a really great combo in the start because he's really early in the game. It's true that ECCM is also on the way to Imperial almost at the same time, but these two players in Imperial against one. The problem is that really, team has maybe too weak economy, only 2 ton centers, and he did it now, you know? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Like, when you go for an Imperial Age this fast as the Byzantines, you do have to make sacrifices with your villager count. As we can tell, he doesn't even have 60 villagers yet, so can he even afford my favorite little gunpowder hand cannoneers bombard cannon opening? Perhaps not, but I agree that the Arbalest plus the Paladins would be a fantastic combo, and it looks like he will be opening up with Arbalest, the discount choice, which I think is good here. I understand why you would definitely go for Arbalest. They're better versus the Conks anyway, so we'll see.
But sorry, look, it's really important on top left. In the map, there you go. BB need to make this castle. BB need to make this castle.
That's not happening.
Conquistadors and knights in this fight. These are a lot of camel archers coming. Let's see if he's gonna take the fight here. But where's the conch from yellow? You need to go there. Look at the amount of camel archers. But these knights and conchs, he need to go back. He was trying to get a lot of map because back now it's with lower population. Those camel archers will be an oath to dominate. He's not finishing the castle. Now he's trying to kill, and he's definitely going back. But the conchs are also tanks. Camel archers will be able to. I think the camel archer does have bonus against the conchs, right?
We could never decide. Did we actually give them a bonus versus Conks or did we not? I'm going to say in the end we decided not to. And also, I didn't think Doubt was in this game. I thought that was really Diao, not really Doubt. But that castle, man, oof. I don't think it's going up. It's a bold prediction on my part. Call me wrong if you'd like. Oh, it looks like he deleted it, rip. Oh well. Unfortunately, he is going to have to build it closer to his base. I think this is the better decision, protecting that town center and gold mine in the front half. He definitely needs to be able to mass up these camel archers as well. Yeah, it's still dangerous.
It's complicated, man. It's complicated. We need to see Xiao Fan and Team, because Team went that fast Imperial for a reason, and the reason is to raid, to dominate. But for now, he has the lowest, or almost the lowest population in the game and not doing any damage. Now he's trying to go with the Cavaliers on the right side together, but Magyar say my name with +4/+2 knight, of course, because he's in Imperial. Oh my god, this is gonna be complicated. And is Vietnam taking the lead? Well, now it's good amount of Arbalest, still not an oath in my opinion. But with the Cavaliers together, maybe they can do the job. And they are trying to raid. Well, they're raiding now. It's working now in the south. You see, those Arbalests trying to make some damage on green. And green, some problems.
Well, like I always say, trade is the lifeblood of every team game, and they're already going for it, I suppose. Better start early, might as well. And they do have a very strong military lead here. They've got the numbers advantage. They will be able to push this back with the Arbalest, having the Bracer and Chemistry upgrade complete. However, there are a couple camels coming in here. I don't think that'll matter too much, but it will weaken the front line that Xiao Fan desperately needs to provide so that Tim's Arbalest don't get run down. So right now he's just trying to do as much economic damage as possible, because I think he fears he doesn't have the home field advantage and will get outproduced and probably lose that fight. Meanwhile, on the top side, not too much progress because the castle finally does get down. And on the bottom side, oh, man, I think they're going to get cleaned up.
Yeah, it seems so, man. He doesn't have an old army. It's true that he's doing the Paladin upgrade, but it's not gonna be in time. They are cleaning absolutely everything. The good thing is those camel archers, but like you see, those camel archers doesn't seem to do really well against the Kongs. I am checking now purple on the left, BB against ACCM, and it's gonna be pretty close. What that means that there is no special bonus, because with that amount of army, if they got a special bonus against the Kongs, they will wreck them completely. And it's happening because it was more army, but not by far. Now with 2 mangonels, and the population is still ahead a little bit for Vietnam. So we are going for another crazy game. And guys, the walls Frantic is doing, look at yellow. CL is walling, or he's trying to wall all the map is stone walled. Ay, getting ready to rumble. The Paladins now are there, and Arbaleth gonna be able to push. The problem is no army, Res. I don't see army from Frantic, not a note. Look at the number.
Yeah, the numbers are basically non-existent, as CL has a whopping military of 6, and unless those are 6 fully upgraded war elephants, I'm not entirely sure they're that threatening, and even then, they could get kited, so Frantic really has to catch up in the military department, and this is so far turning out to be quite the close game, and hopefully this encourages people to watch more of the ECL matches, as all of the teams here bring something very unique to the table. The Teutons now transitioning into a more siege/infantry style combo, which is fairly normal. Cap round coming down. I would really like to see the armor upgrade for the Teutons that they get. I would really like to see that coming into play. And meanwhile, in the middle of the map, the Arbs plus Paladins proves to be a tough army to beat, and the camels themselves just get shredded. These aren't, for the first time ever, they're not Indians' camels, everybody. We're safe! We're safe!
Well, we are safe, but who is safe is the other team. Safe is the other team. Paladins and Camel, like you said, he's gathering a little bit more. The good thing from Team is that his army is extremely cheap. He is still struggling a little bit. Now he has boomed more and more. They are starting to trade. Yeah, everyone is starting to trade, but the Camel Archers, BB, start to have a lot of Camel Archers, super tanks, CL, Paladin upgrade. Paladins and Camel Archers together, that's a good combo. That's a really good combo, because with the Paladins, with that mobility, you might take down those Kongs, and then with the Camel Archers, we'll take all that army from Bhakti. But Bhakti has now Onagers. Remember what I said in the start, Mr. Res? Siege Onagers can change, can make the difference here. Of course, he doesn't have yet the resources, but there's a big battle on the left. It's 3 players, green, teal, and blue, pushing against yellow and purple. So, in the other side, then orange and red should do the damage. They are trying to push. Now, team is doing a castle really close. This castle is important. You know why? Because now Frantic has almost all the map protected. And little by little, if they keep pushing here, maybe they won't have a safe rate.
It's a Paladin.
They're getting closer, man.
Yeah, it's a Paladin Civ versus a Paladin Civ, teamed up both with the utility civilization. Who will come out on top here? That is the question, because now we've got Pikemen out for Tim. Halberdier researching. That castle, I think, will stall this battle out, pushing back those heavy camels. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, we've got the Teutons pushing in with the Halbs. They've got the Rams backed by the Spanish and with some additional support from Cool. I really want to see Ironclad. Please give me Ironclad just one time. One time, come on. One time. Do it for Troy.
Yeah, well, you might see if the game goes really longer, but for now I think that he should be focused more in the Siege Onagers. Population is really strong for Vietnam. Really strong. I see right now BP with crazy amount of Camel Archers, but Xiaofan, CL and team is struggling, man. They are struggling in army. Really, at the bottom is absolutely sick. The amount of army from Cool and Grey in comparison with the others. Here are coming with traps. If they kill that castle to orange, look at Cool, 14. Yes, because they have a huge advantage. They are going to clean absolutely everything, man. It is Tucunus, it is Paladin, it is Camel versus Paladins, and few Arbalests. They are just going to wreck absolutely everything. The red.
What a scary army comp that is! Heavy camels backed by the elite Chukonus and fully upgraded paladins from the Magyars. That is something difficult to deal with. And the Byzantine heavy camels suck. They are absolutely terrible. And as a result, no blast furnace on these halberdiers either. They're cheap, but they're just plastic knockoffs. Meanwhile, both teams grabbing those bombard towers to try and stall the game out to the late game. Can they do it? This is almost like a mirror of the Tyrant game from before, but not quite. The Camel Archer is moving towards the south side, hoping that CL can somehow stall with bombard towers, but he doesn't even have fletching yet.
But if they go there with the Camel Archers, how they are going to stop in the north? It's Siege Rams in the north, Conquistadors, Halberdiers, they are absolutely pushing. We said in the start that I was scared, I was worried about Frantic for a late game civilization, and it seems that is happening exactly that. Siege Rams, Conquistadors, Halberdiers, those bombard towers with only fletching now, few Paladins, and the problem is that yellow Yellow is going to be... No, it's not going to be. If you check his point of view, he has no resources at all. No wood, no food, and few gold. So if they keep pushing there, they are literally in the trade. And at the bottom, yes, they hold a little bit. Now yellow is against 2 basically. So purple need to move. It seems, Res, that they can only hold in one side.
I agree, they can only hold in one side, and the side that they're able to hold is where really Dao is. It's where Purple's Camel Archers are, so he has to make that choice. Meanwhile, Yellow's made his choice, and it's called spam BBTs to win the game, and it works for a lot of people, so maybe it'll work here. They just need to protect that trade line, because if they lose it, then that game is over. But those Siege Rams only take 1 damage from the BBTs, so many of them inching forward. Whereas my Ironclad upgrade versus these melee units, it would actually be good here. Oh, these players play the new Civ so well, but it's these like fringe unique techs I like never see them get. I can't
Well,
wait.
you should play Black Forest with me. If you play Black Forest with me in
Soon.
World, you will see that upgrade. You will see that upgrade. But right now, I'm focusing completely again in that spot. He doesn't have the siege owners, but with owners, with Kongs, with Halves, and with few more trebuchets, definitely they are going to be able to push. And they are pushing back right now. Look at those bombard towers. Are they pushing? Yes, man. They are definitely pushing. They need a little bit more traps. At the bottom, they seem to stabilize a little bit, not pushing back because Purple. Ouch! Purple was trying to go to the trade. Look at Vivi with those camel archers in the trade, but he's being chased completely by paladins, by camels, and Chukunus as well. With the paladins, he's gonna be able to clean that, yes. So when they are trying to make this sneaky mode activated and raid the trade, because they feel pressed that they are struggling a lot, right?
Yes. So here's what you do when you're struggling a lot in a team game like this. So 1, BB Tower up. I know that we normally recommend that players delete Facebook, lawyer up, and hit the gym, but no, it's actually build bombard towers, raid the enemy trade line, and pray that opening up another front doesn't end up losing you the game. But you can only do that if you feel like you can stall because you built enough bombard towers. Don't do those out of order, otherwise you may end up losing the game. They've got a lot of BBTs, but they don't have enough military units here, and I think that's the big decisive difference, is there's just not enough camel archers. Ugh.
Well, not only camel archers, Res. Look at team now has the most army. That's a really bad signal because Byzantine
Look
is
at this
weak.
trebs.
The other CL, 11, 27 shell fan, and 21 BB. If they push those castles, they are going to destroy that castle and kill those trebuchets. This game over. He could go even now with those cons. He could go directly into the trade. They are not going because they don't see like we do absolutely everything all visible. But if they could, he will go and kill. At the bottom, well, he's now with some trebuchet and arbalests trying to push, but they are not gonna be able to push with that army, in my opinion, since there is Chukunus. The Chukunus are stronger than the arbalests, so the crucial point now is on top. On top, they keep trying, but guys, it's crazy how much bombard towers they are doing. Whoa!
Thank you everybody for the compliments in chat, it really means a lot to me. So, the Byzantines, one of my favorite civilizations, as Mem said, unfortunately as the clock keeps ticking, they start falling, as their units are quality, the quantity over quality. And the Chinese though, those elite Chukonus really mess you up. Backed with Paladins is one of the toughest armies to beat. It's everything you love about Arbs plus Paladins, but even stronger. And on the top side, they're pushing in! How do you stop this massive stall fest that we usually see with the bombard towers from the Spanish? Mass trebs. The more trebs, the better, and I'm pretty sure that ACCM has enough trebs.
Yeah,
Oh
not
my
many army from them. We have repeated this already. Siege honor from Bacti, so maybe guys, if we see the siege honors up, maybe Res will get the Ironclad, and if he gets the Ironclad, guys, be ready, because he's gonna go crazy mode activated, and maybe he's gonna get a scare when he gets so damn excited. At the bottom, we can see how they are pushing now back with the Paladins and the Chukunus. Chukunus and Paladins gonna take absolutely everything now. You see, they can't stop them. Vietnam is definitely taking the game.
Oh man, like how do you even stop this as the Byzantines? It's really hard. Oh, you get thumb ring earlier than 57 minutes in the game does help a little bit. That is one thing you can do. But besides that, there's really, like, elite skirms don't help that much because the Chuko News fire 5 arrow shots. It's a ton. And on the top side, really the Civ comps here, I think, are immaculate. Holy crap, Tim's getting handcart right now as well, and iron casting! Ah, everyone avert your gaze! Stop the stream! Oh no!
Well, he did the fast Imperial.
He did,
the
yeah.
fast Imperial, and he
Happens
missed
to
a lot of upgrades, that for sure. But man, I'm just sick. Man, now you make me check. Maybe check the castle for Tutor. Ironclad! Ironclad!
Yes!
Come on, Rez, you
Woo!
can go.
Oh, it's a good day. It's a strong technology. Do I have to do a video on it? I'm not going to do any sort of scenario editor stuff. That thing is a practical technology that is realistically applicable in your games. You do not want those hussars, infantry, or melee units touching your precious siege weapons. No, 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 no. And for a nice, cheap price at the castle, you can prevent that. You can do it just by getting Ironclad, the god. You
Come
get
on,
him!
man, I expected to be you even more and more motivated. Okay, he said no. You have been motivated all the whole afternoon. I let you be more quiet now, but I thought that you were to scream and destroy my other ear. It's fine. Your reaction is really, really okay.
Great
But guys,
wall!
they have... Okay, now it's better. Now they are pushing completely in the middle with the house, siege owners, trebuchets, and those conquistadors are going to push. Well, they are pushing. They are in the trade, but this Frantic team, how they can hold that match? Because they are great players, but I insist, rest the civilizations is not the way to go.
I agree.
These civilizations can hold, and they are calling the GG.
CivComp is everything. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when you don't know what you're doing, just research everything. And as we saw here during the last minute of the game, everyone was getting as many texts as possible because you need to have the most text researched. So when the game's over, you know who to blame on your team, whoever has the least text researched. GG, well played. That was a seriously great game here. And, like, man, it all boils down to the Civ comp there. As well as some really, really good plays from VNA. But as we see here, yeah, like, Tim unfortunately didn't have a great answer to that army comp, just not in his tech tree.
Tactically, man. I mean, this series I have no wars. Honestly, now that it's finished. I mean, maybe they are not like the most popular teams that people want to see. You know, a lot of people love to see AM, Secret, and so on. They provide great games. But this series has been fantastic. Probably, well, I'm not gonna say the most enjoyable, but they were really, really nice games. Really, really nice games. And Vietnam, Mr. Rez, so they experienced and came back, man. They came back from 1-0 behind, and they are now, yeah, man, in the semifinals.
That was
but
such
with
a good
Ironclad, man, I think they saw the siege owners and they just resigned. They thought, well,
yes,
if they
thank you.
Ironclad...
He's the guy Ironclad. Look at these siege owners, everybody. Four melee armor?
Check.
Eight? Oh my goodness, 4 melee armor. Okay, let's look at the Hussar's damage. Only 7 a hit? Oh, good God, takes 10 hits now. No one has time for that. Might as well resign. Ironclad, though, is seriously underrated. It makes Rams a pain in the butt. GG.
Rest. It's time to check because it's getting super late, but it's time to check with Zach the achievements. Military. Say my name. Kill the most with this crazy amount of paladins. Yeah, but there was huge battles. We see Cool with almost 400 units. BB also killing a lot as well. Happy kill a lot with the bomber towers because he didn't have so much army and he killed almost the same. But here, economy show fun. Well, ACCM this time. Look at the trade he did and also slinging. Pretty strong game. And Bakti was getting a sling 20,000 resources. The impact with Byzantines with that 32 minutes in Imperial. Rest team at the end didn't do too much, right? He couldn't do anything with Byzantines.
No. And that's not his fault at all. That's not out of the ordinary. I would say that as an avid Byzantines player, that's what I identify as and put in my profile usually everywhere, including LinkedIn. What I find is that is a matchup I'm not comfortable playing versus the Chinese with Paladin support. Good God. It is tough to break through that. Your elite skirmishers will disintegrate. Your onagers, nothing to write home about. Your bombard cannons, alright. Hand cannons don't solve that army. Cataphracts get eviscerated by elite Chukonus. You're never going to get in range. That game was civ comps and great plays all around. Massive economies. I loved it.
They have. Well, guys, Hopefully you have really enjoyed with these games. We definitely did, and I think you probably not.
Wow. Yeah, we really hope that you enjoyed our co-casting today, everybody. You can find our respective channels, MemTV, Resonance22, and also major thanks to Escape Gaming for hosting this event. It's been an absolute pleasure to cast here. Thank you for Microsoft for sponsoring it, and oh man, this has been awesome. I'm really looking forward to my stream after. This Age of Empires 2 video was funded by my loyal supporters on Patreon. I really appreciate those of you that pledge on Patreon, as even just as little as a few dollars a month allows me to produce more and better content. In addition, special thanks to my Twitch subscribers and donors. Lastly, another way to support the channel for free is to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, as well as not using adblock and not skipping my ads. Every like and comment, either on my social media or YouTube, makes a huge difference, and I always take the time to read all of them, tweets included. Let me know if you enjoyed the game and my commentary, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next Twitch stream or YouTube video coming soon.